Hey everyone, I'm Keyshawn Graves, and today I hope to inspire someone who has been considering moving out of their city or state. So, a little backstory. I'm originally from Indianapolis, Indiana, born and raised, and I went to college in Atlanta, Georgia. Shout out to Clark Atlanta University. But after graduating, I spent an additional 3 years in Atlanta, and I met some of my best friends there. But my time in Atlanta was coming to a necessary end, and I was looking for some change, and it just so happened that my lease was up, and so I went back home to Indianapolis for 3 months to figure out how I was gonna make this happen. I always knew that I wanted to live by the mountains and the ocean, and LA had been on my vision board, and so I decided that I was gonna make that my move. There are a whole bunch of gaps that I'm not filling in here. There's really a whole story, but that's not what this is about today. Today is about inspiring you to follow your dreams of moving. So, 9 years ago, I started my journey across the country to live out my dream. Before I go further, I have to tell you that this was actually the second attempt because the first attempt resulted in going back to Indianapolis for 3 weeks. My mom, who is my rider, and we started our journey in my packed two-door Blazer with a U-Haul attached to the back. And we drove about 5 hours and then boom, bang, whoosh. I'm not exaggerating. Those were the noises it was making. But something happened and we were stuck, literally stuck on the side of the road. But luckily, we weren't too far outside of Indianapolis and we were able to call a tow truck. And my bonus father came to get us, and my differentials blew. Who knew? But where that may have been a sign for people not to go, I was rooted in so much gratitude that it happened so close to Indianapolis and that we were able to call on these people that I knew that this was still the move for me. And so I didn't let that setback stop me. So now I'm back in Indianapolis, tapping into my LA savings, went back to work after that big old going away party, but that allowed me to be able to buy a used truck, but in cash though. And so I packed everything I had into it, no U-Haul this time. And that was actually 9 years ago this week that we restarted the journey to LA. As for planning, I had a little money saved, like very, very little money saved. And I had also been working in a restaurant, Hooters, while I was in Indianapolis. And I saved and planned to get a boob job before I left Atlanta. And so I used that money instead to fund my dreams of living by the ocean and the mountains. I found a family friend who was also interested in moving to LA, and she ended up being my roommate for the first year that I was here. I found a job at the same restaurant, Hooters, but in LA, and a very small apartment for the both of us in North Hollywood, all before I arrived. So, round two for my mom and I, that we started our drive across the country, but this time we made it. And get this, y'all, as soon as we got here, right in front of the apartment, my truck broke down and it would not restart. The battery died. And it was just like, a sign, you are home. And I heard it loud and clear. For me, living in LA, it forces you to chase your dreams. It humbles you and inspires you at the same time. And I've met some of the most incredible people while living here. I've actually also been able to really go inward and really identify my personal mission, which is to be an abundant blessing and an abundant resource to people, which is what I strive to live every single day. And I'm so happy that I followed my dream and didn't let those setbacks or those lack thereof hold me to what was comfortable or what was normal or what was familiar. And so now I'm sitting here, I'm looking out the window to the ocean. Yo, I can see the ocean from my window, y'all. And I'm going on a hike tomorrow morning in the Santa Monica Mountains. It's going to take me 20 minutes to get there. If I want to go skiing, it's 2.5 hours away. And I just feel so blessed. I'm literally living my dreams. I'm living by the mountains and the ocean, just like I said I would. And I shared this story with the hopes to inspire you. If you are thinking about moving out of your city or state, here are some things to consider. One, figure out where you want to live and when you want to make the move. Set your date. Then the second thing is to identify how much money you're going to need for the drive, for your first month's, last month's rent, for the deposit, and then a few $100s that you can live on until you find a job. and know that you will never have enough money. So don't wait until you have all these thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars before you make your move towards your dreams. And then break that financial goal down monthly and start a savings towards your dream of moving out of your city or state. And you might have to sacrifice some things. You might have to course correct some things. For me, I still don't have the boobs, but it will all be worth it in the end. The third thing is to consider to move with a roommate. Maybe you are someone like me who had not had a roommate since dorms, but it was necessary for me to be while I got on my feet. So consider moving with a roommate for your first year of living in your new place. Four, the big one is to make the move, like actually do it. Actually do it. Don't let anything stop you from doing it. Your car breaking down, a death in the family, nothing. And then when you do make the move and you're in your new city, you're in your new state, apply for jobs like it is your job. I applied to 10 to 15 jobs every single day, and quality jobs, meaning jobs where I could use my degree every day while I was still working at Hooters. And also consider working for a restaurant right now, like where you live, even if it's part-time, especially if it's a chain. That way you can perhaps transfer to another state at that same restaurant. That's basically what I did. And don't discount temp agencies because they really are the bomb and they're good at setting you up. But most importantly, take action. Take action towards your vision. Say that you tried it, because guess what? If you fail, at least you tried, and home will always be there. I think that oftentimes people don't even try because they're scared of what people are going to say. They're scared of what people who have never even left their block might say about them. They might talk about you. Who cares? Because the experience of trying and chasing your dreams is an experience that will empower you in other areas of your life. And we're talking about what if you fail or what if you fall, but what if you fly? What if it works? This could be the best move for you in your life because you listen to that voice and you follow that deep rooted dream and that deep rooted vision that you have for yourself. So don't let anyone, not even yourself, maybe, keep you from living your dreams of moving to a different city or state. Vision plus action equals success.